Sleepy TJ. Can you guys see him? Yeah, he's just sleeping in the hallway. I don't even know where Dennis went. Dennis is in here. And Debo's with his dad in the other room. As you can notice, I'm using a different camera. I should probably get my battery for this video. Matter of fact, I want to go outside, but I'm going to use the toilet. This guy's always looking out the window. That's Debo. Debo! Debo! Hello! So, we out here. I wanted to say I wanted to quickly make a video, but I'm not really quite sure why I'm rushing it. But I'm in my backyard, y'all, and I guess I gotta be kind of quick because there's mosquitoes out here. And I already think I might have the Zika virus or something. But, well, this video I never thought I would make. And, basically, I'm going to talk about religion. And I know there are two things you should never argue about with people. One is religion. Two is politics. And three, maybe diet. I don't know. But let me begin my video. So, I don't know. Let me get my tripod thingy. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to go get my books, and I'll explain them in a minute. When I was younger, about 8 years old, I decided I was an atheist. My grandma didn't really make me go to church. She was a more spiritual person, but towards the end of her life, she started to get more involved with the United Methodist Church that she was involved in when she was younger. But like I said, she was just a spiritual kind of person. And she told me about spirituality. And I remember we were walking down the street in New York, and they had some kind of religious, I don't know, get together or something downtown. And I was saying something of the effect of being a devil's advocate. And I was like, how do you know, and all that stuff. But one thing that she instilled into my mind that I didn't really think about until she passed, and what she said was that there's always a higher power, and I believe that, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So I wasn't really forced to go to church. At 8 years old, I decided I was an atheist. Now, the church that we're mostly involved with is the United Methodist Church. My grandpa used to be Catholic. Now he's with the United Methodist Church. I don't really like to do denominations because if you're serving under Jesus or Yeshua, as I like to call him, it's the same guy. Controversially, people say if you call Jesus, that's a different person. If you call Yeshua, that's a different person. But as I got older, yeah, I said I was a devil's advocate. I was an atheist. I also dabbled in witchcraft or whatever. When I was like 8 and 9, I would look up spells online and then do them, and I thought I could control the wind, but that's another video for another day. My imagination was out there, but I don't know, I kept on rejecting Christianity. And then something I noticed about people, and I was one of them, who hate Christians, is that they say that Christians are judgmental and stuff like that. But the moment a Christian says that they're a Christian, or someone says that there's something, there always has to be a ton of people who have to judge them. And I mean, like, I'm not going to pretend I don't understand it. I understand. But I feel like people are more judgmental towards Christians than Christians are towards them. And I didn't decide I wanted to be a Christian until, oh yeah, my grandpa used to be Catholic. I don't know if I said that, but I'm not gonna say towards the end of his life, but, you know, he's getting near. He moved on to the United Methodist Church, so yeah, that's that. My mom wasn't really into the church either. She's into it now, but we don't talk like that anymore. And I'm gonna make a separate video on that, talking about forgiveness and all that. So I should probably just make a playlist talking about my spirituality or whatever. But anyway, yeah, dabbled in witchcraft when I was a preteen. Let's see, what else? I think after that I just stopped with everything. And then around maybe 20 years old, 19, 20, I started thinking about maybe going back to the old religions of my people in Africa. For instance, oh yeah, not just Africa, 'cause down here, I have family members that practice hoodoo. We have a whole bunch of people who practice that kind of stuff, hoodoo, voodoo, whatever. And you can still practice hoodoo and be a Christian, I guess. That's what from what I understand. And people actually use the Bible to do spells, like the Book of Psalms and stuff like that. But yeah, I started using tarot cards and stuff like that. And eventually, what came to me was what was it? Well, anyway, I tried to get into a higher power because that's what she told me. She told me when we were walking down the street, my grandma, she said that there is a higher power, you know? She didn't really say God or anything like that, but she just let me know that there's something out here. I don't know, an alien. It could be anything. A big man in the sky. It could be a big woman in the sky. But she just let me know that there is a higher power, and I believe that. No matter what, I did believe that maybe there's something up there or down there, anywhere on Earth, that has a high power. We can't just be the only people out here anyway. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I started dabbling with tarot cards and meditation. Not about gems or anything like that, because I thought that was kind of corny, but I mean, now that I think about it, I remember I used to have bracelets when I was younger, and like they would say like this pink stone is for love, and you'd wear the bracelet and it'd have like magnets in it and stuff. I didn't really believe it, but it made my wrist hurt. Off topic. But yeah, I had my tarot card deck. It was the Louisiana Voodoo Tarot card deck. That was a pretty deck. It was very accurate. The last tarot card deck I ordered was the Tarot of Pagan Cats. I don't really want to get back into tarot cards. They're pretty accurate, but I just feel like I don't want to know the future, really. So, I mean, I like horoscopes as well, but I don't want to know the future. Like, you know, I just don't want to know. But I do like how under what star you were born under determines your personality. I mean, I don't know, but let me just go on. Like, I'm still spiritual, but I believe in Yeshua or Christ. And also, before I started dabbling in tarot, I also got interested in Judaism. And a little bit before that was Islam. And I have a aunt who's Islamic, and I grew up with her, and I went to mosque as well. In Brooklyn, downtown. And I mean, I had the same feeling I had with the church. I wasn't really into it. What else? So yeah, I started dabbling in tarot cards, and then after a while, I had a dream, and I felt like a higher power had revealed itself to me, and it was a serpent in the sky with a rainbow, and I hear that was Dambala or Aida Wedu, or I'm saying it all wrong, but I also remember in my hometown, Spanish Harlem, there was those botanicals, and they would sell, I guess, spells, and they would kill chickens in the back of the shop. That's family, I guess, Santeria, stuff like that. So I come from a multicultural background, but you know, I'm black. So basically it was the church that it was mostly there. What else? Oh, this is a really long video. I don't really want to make it too long. But okay, how I got into Jesus or Christianity. I am under no denomination. So, like, I always loved Vanity, or Denise Matthews from Vanity 6, or you'd know her as Prince's ex-girlfriend or whatever. Well, I always thought she was pretty and stuff. And then I listened to her testimony, because she had passed earlier this year in February 2016. And I had listened to her testimony, and I really liked what she had to say. And I guess that's why they have evangelists and stuff like that, because I mean, she was so beautiful, like an angel to me, you know. And I guess God uses those people to get to other people, and I'm glad, because see, I'm getting bit by these mosquitoes already. But yeah, I had to listen to what she had to say, and you can just Google her preaching and giving her testimony and stuff. I really loved what she had to say, and it made me think. And like I've been through so much pain and anger, and it's like I might as well not even make another video about it. But basically, my mom and I fell out after my grandma. Well, after my grandma was dying, me and my mom started hanging out more. We all three of us started hanging out more. And before, she wasn't really in my life. My dad made attempts to be in my life, but that didn't work out either. They always argued. So he disappeared. I don't know where he's at. He's still in the Bronx, maybe. But my gosh, I gotta get out of here soon, you guys. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, but lately we just fell out because, like, we had this big old argument over my family, over some emails that were sent to my grandpa, and I wanted just to protect him because he doesn't really have anybody else. He was an orphan. I think I mentioned that in my last video about my genetics thing. And so I just wanted to protect him. And then something my aunt said was like, it's not in the child's place. And at the time, I was about like turning 18, so I didn't forgive her until I was like 21. So I learned to forgive, and I called her up, and my mom and my aunt have been enemies forever. So I called up my aunt, and yeah, did I just say my mom wasn't in my life? Really? But yeah, she wasn't really in my life until grandma died, and I just feel like she was using me this whole time, because when I finally I just didn't want to be in misery anymore. My mom's like a misery loves company kind of person. So I didn't want to argue anymore and feel this hate, because I would just wake up grinding my teeth all the time. And like, I just decided to apologize. TJ's peeing over there. And I apologize even if I felt like she was wrong, because it's just better to just forgive and move on. And she said she loved me. My aunt said she loved me still. I said I loved her still. And we moved on and put that behind us, and now our family's getting back together how it used to be. And I'm glad, because I felt so lonely. And after I told my mom that, she got really upset with me, and she said something like, "Congratulations on your new mom, goodbye." And I haven't heard from her for the past week. And I mean, I won't lie, it really hurt, but I'm used to her not being in my life, so it didn't hurt that bad. Apples and oranges, I guess. That was a weird statement. Whatever. But I'm not mad at her. I forgive her, but I don't think I want to talk to her anymore. Yeah, that's that. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Where was I? So anyway, Vanity, Denise Matthews, she did beautiful testimonies, and I love listening to her testimonies, even though like, they're not many online, but what she says is so refreshing to me, and I really love it, and it makes me get that feeling inside of myself. And I always wanted to know how it would be like to have the Holy Ghost and stuff. But I also read that there's something called the Kundalini spirit or whatever, and which is the false Holy Spirit, and that's the thing that makes people like, I mean, I guess you can jump around with the Holy Spirit, but I'm talking about like dramatical craziness. Like, you guys have to Google it for yourselves. But I guess we all receive the Lord in a different way, but you have to learn how to discern spirits. And I also got interested in contacting the dead when I was into tarot cards and like worshiping my ancestors and stuff. And I don't see that there's a problem with respecting your ancestors and stuff like that, but I just don't think you should be contacting them, I guess. But I shouldn't be a hypocrite, because I do pray, and I try to talk to my grandma through prayer, like, "Hey God, can you send this message to grandma and tell her like what's up?" Snap. But anyway, yeah, Denise Matthews, I love her testimonies. She led me to Jesus, and I used to be interested in Judaism after I got into Islam, but it's like I was just avoiding Christianity because everybody hated Christians, which is kind of messed up. And I feel like even when I'm with my friends now, it's hard to really talk about Christianity, because it's like they're always making fun of them. And I'm about to go inside because there's a ton of mosquitoes. Okay, I'm back. Dennis is meowing outside the door. Hurry up. Okay, I'm back. I forgot where I was. Okay, yeah. After being interested in Islam, and my aunt sent me 2 books. One was the Torah, and one was the Quran. And I love all the holy books. I love to read the holy books. But something I was still avoiding was Christianity until I really got into Denise Matthews' testimony. And I mean, I won't lie, I've always been wanting fame, I guess. And that's just because I wouldn't say I didn't have enough attention as a child, but I was always looking for my parents' attention, and my parents weren't in my life like that. I was raised by my grandparents. And I guess that's the stem of my mental problems, I guess. But lately I don't feel like I had those problems anymore since I've been thinking about, you know, Christ and praying and stuff like that. And it's really corny, and like people will be like, oh, there's another Christian, Christian is Christianity that. You gotta remember, you guys are accusing Christians of being judgmental, and I was one of them. You just have to be more open-minded, I guess. And I won't lie, I'm still into reading spiritual things and learning more about just the spiritual world in general. You smell like poop, Dennis. Okay, anyway, but yeah, after I got the Quran and the Torah, I thought about the Torah. I mean, I love reading the Quran because it had a lot of stuff in it, but I was more into the Torah, and then that's when I started referring to God as Yahweh. And after I used to like pray for my test, like I'd be like, oh Yahweh, please let me pass the test. I passed the test, and I'd be like, what's going on here? And I know it's kind of like, I don't know, odd to say, but you know, I just feel like I wasn't getting much results when I just say God this and, you know, Jesus that. And I don't know if that's because that's not their real names, you know. But after I started referring to God as Yahweh, I got more responses. And something else I just wanted to mention is that something about when you're contacting other spiritual entities like I don't know, the Orishas and stuff like that, or when you want to conjure up demons and things like that. The results are fast, but that's mostly because they want something in return, so you have to give them something, and I guess they'll do it for you. I can't really get into that. You're gonna have to find that on your own, or maybe I'll just do videos on that later, but I don't really want my channel to be like that, I guess. I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. But then when you have like a God that is like Yahweh or God, and they don't really want anything but, you know, your love, I guess. They want you to just be a good person and things like that. It just feels like the results are really slower, but I feel like it's more worth it and it feels cleaner. No, I can't tell you how many times that I've gone to like worshiping different things, and then I get really scared because I don't know, I just had a feeling of fear. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I always had to do something for him. And I just cleaned off my altar, and then I ended up coming back because I would get bored with Christianity after a while. And I won't lie, I'm still kind of guilty of that. Haven't touched my tarot cards in a couple days, but I'm really working on becoming more Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like Christ or Yeshua. But, oh yeah, something like Yeshua, yeah. Also, when I say Yeshua instead of Jesus, I feel like I'm more closer to him. You know what I'm saying? And I keep skipping over the Judaism thing. Okay. Before I found out I had that Lemba DNA, I always felt like I was possibly Jewish or something. I don't know why. Oh yeah, an Ethiopian Jewish DNA, I think it's called Beta Israel or something like that. But after I found that out, well no, before I even found that out, I was always into Judaism, but then I just felt like, I mean, like I agree on so many points that they have, and the Old Testament is the first book, of, the Bible. So I still feel like you should know the Old Testament. People say it's not relevant. I don't believe that. So I have my Tanakh. Stop moving the camera. I have my Tanakh. And something I just felt like that was missing out of Judaism was Christ. You know what I'm saying? And like, someone has to be the sacrifice. Like I was talking about demons and, orishas and stuff like that. You have to sacrifice something. But, when you think about it, you have the highest entity, which is the all-knowing, the all-being creator. The all, And he sent down his son as a sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? Or he came down in his flesh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know any other bigger sacrifice than that, honestly. So I felt like something was missing in the Torah or the Tanakh. No offense to Jewish people, I just felt like something was missing. And I wanted to call myself a Messianic Jew, but I feel like that was still Christianity. So I didn't want to offend any Jewish people, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess I just call myself a Christian. But I still love this book. I have this book that my grandma gave me. It's so old, has my name on it. When I read the Bible, before it was so hard to read, and like, I don't know, it was just like gibberish to me. But now, the more I read it, it's like the more I appreciate it, and the more that the words are becoming clear to me, and I love that. Yeah, but this is my grandma's old Bible. And then something else that I've gotten to make it even more, fun for me was My Creative Bible, which is the King James Version. Like, there's a whole bunch of versions of the Bible, but I just thought this was so cute. And it's like very important. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's so many translations of the Bible that you just don't know which one is like the right one for you or which one is telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to stick to the Tanakh. But when I really want to hear from Jesus and what he has to say, I go back to my regular Bible to read the New Testament, because obviously the Tanakh does not have the New Testament in it. So that's that. I like to watch the Shepherd's Channel on television. Some things I don't agree with, but I just like to watch it, and I could watch it for hours. I used to hate gospel music. I hate it with a passion. I hated country music too. But I like both now, because I guess I'm getting older. But some things about gospel music, especially black gospel music, like, people say it was the birth, like kind of the mother of rock and roll. And I love rock and roll. Like old school rock and roll and blues and stuff like that. And they say it comes from the church. And like, I never really understood that. But when I listen to it, it's like, whoa, this music go hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's really good. I like to listen to it. And it can really sing. I like the talent, you know what I'm saying? Something else, my battery's about to die. Let me be quick. But yeah, that's something else. So I like to listen to like those gospel music where they be going in, and yeah, I like that stuff. It just gets me overpowered. It just gets me going, and I just feel like I don't think I'm really gonna go to church ever. I don't think that I'll be kind of a church person, but I would just like to have somewhere where I can talk about God with other people, because I don't have a lot of friends who like to talk about God, because we're all millennials. For some reason we like to reject religion, but they like to do that new age stuff, and I'm not really into that. I mean, I am, but I feel like everything is a conspiracy, like I said. And maybe this new age stuff is going to be the one world religion. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get thumbs down. I already knew that. I saw it coming. But another thing I also wanted to mention was a channel that I really love to watch is called Trumpets Prepper. And like basically he's prepping for the apocalypse that's gonna happen. And you know, I'm thinking about it every day, and it's like, why is everybody always persecuting Christians? You know, and I'm not gonna say Christians are innocent, because you know the whole was it conquistador, I don't know, whatever they did when they went across Europe and they started killing people for being witches. It happened so many times in Europe, so many times in America, so many times around the world, things like that. So I'm not gonna say Christians are innocent, but I just like the concept of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really metal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go on and talk about this for days and days and days, but I don't know. I should have broke this video up more, but I'll talk more about it later. But basically, that's how I've really came to know Yeshua and Yahweh. I like to call them by their Hebrew names. I like the Hebrew alphabet. I like how my name is like really old, like Zayna, Zane. I think it's like a weapon in Hebrew. I don't know, but I know in was it Arabic, my name means beauty. My Muslim aunt named me that. I love my name. I also like how Zayn is like the 7th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Things like that. I think it's the 7th letter, but I just like it. I like how my name is. I don't think my name's ghetto. I love my name. I don't have a middle name, so I just call myself Bunny. But I'll get into more videos later. I just wanted to get into that with you guys. But I just think Jesus is pretty cool. He's pretty metal. Like, when you think about him, it's like he's a rebel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some people have like something that's called the Christ consciousness, and people say that's a scam, or that's. See, I'm back again. See, this is what happens when I keep on talking. Okay. Oh, see, I need to break these videos up. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, Jesus is pretty cool to me, because like when I think about it, it's like before I used to agree with the Tanakh and how like no one can die for somebody else's sins. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, we're all accountable for our own actions. But I like to think that, you know, someone went out of their way to make sure that we could, you know, repent. That's all we have to do. We don't have to kill a goat. We don't have to kill a sheep. We don't have to hurt anybody. We don't have to sacrifice kids. We don't have to do any of those things. No blood sacrifices. None of that. No sacrificing food. None of that. I mean, like, that stuff is real. I still believe that, you know, the spirits need to eat and things like that. But I mean, under the being that I want to serve, I don't want to have to do all that, you know what I'm saying? And when I think about Jesus, like, I just think he's really cool. Like, I'm thinking about it in my perspective. It is in my perspective. Everything's in my perspective. But it's like, when I think about it, it's like, here's a guy who was like, you know, a rebel. A guy who didn't really fit in with anybody, like me. Somebody who everyone, like, kind of judges and stuff like that. And he tries to tell people things and they just won't listen. And there, you know, he has a group of friends that, you know, his posse, you know, and they're about holiness. They're about doing the right thing and things like that. I love that idea. Like, you just have to apply it to modern times and stuff like that. And, you know, in the Tanakh, the people are talking about they're still waiting on the Messiah and stuff like that. And I used to think about it like, like, in the Tanakh it says that the Messiah will fulfill these things, you know what I'm saying? And Jesus did not fulfill it or whatever. But I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure that guy was the Messiah. And will he come back? I don't know. I don't know. Why would he? I mean, I don't want to ask, like, why would he come back after, like, how we act as human beings? But he knew it. That's why he sacrificed himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he has more heart than I do, because I'm not gonna sacrifice myself for anybody. I won't even sign up for that draft that's gonna be in effect, because why would I fight for this country? I mean, I love America, but really, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just like that idea. I mean, I can't really talk about it in this video because I'm pretty sure this video is about to be 30 minutes long, and then I have to render the video and edit the video, things like that. But I'll just get to that in another video. But that's how I feel about it. Like, Jesus is pretty cool. And then after I started getting into Christianity and stuff like that, and being open-minded and not hating everybody, because like people are, most Christians are kind of judgmental, I guess, and I can see where they're coming from because the world we're living in is kind of messed up, and like people just need to get right, you know. And it's like it's being okay to do the wrong thing because you're not hurting anybody. You're not hurting anybody, you know. But like do what thou will, but hurt none, the pagan thing. But or maybe it's the satanic thing. I don't know. But I mean, I agree with that. The golden rule: don't hurt anybody. You know, treat others how you want to be treated. Things like that. Like I can't really explain my train of thought, but just check out Denise Matthews' testimony. Check out 7 Trumpets Prepper. And yeah, I also want to start prepping for the apocalypse as well. I mean, I sound crazy, but I just feel like there's a lot of things going on that the government's not telling us. I'm going to get off the grid. Forever I've been thinking about getting a shed and, you know, insulating it, putting things in there, using solar panels so I can be on my own and not have to depend on the government, and getting a well. Thought about it. Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, that's for now. I just want to put this video up real quick, and then I guess I'll just make other videos about it later, because I just made 2 videos today. But excuse me, I keep burping. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, that's my opinion on Christianity. So would I say I'm a Christian? Yes, I would say I'm a Christian. Would I say I'm any denomination? Sorry, you guys. Excuse me. No, I'm not in any denomination, because if you're under one under one entity, you should be under one entity. And I think like everything in this world is just perhaps a manifestation of the higher power. So yeah, I don't know, I can't really talk about it in just one video, you know. I'm gonna have to talk about it in a playlist, so I'll just call this Z Testimony or Z Spirituality, and I'll talk about it there. I also wanted to talk about animals and, you know, diet and stuff like that. But like I said, I'll just talk about another video. This is just to introduce you to what my beliefs are so far. So, peace out, you guys, and love everybody. Like, people tend to say Christ is maybe hippie-like, you know, but he's a pretty bad arse hippie. See, I can't curse with the YouTube thing now. But yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to go with it. But I think it's pretty cool. So you guys check those videos out. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Guys, in the comment section, please stop judging each other. Love one another. I guess that's all I'm getting from Jesus, is that we need to love one another and try to do the best we can as people. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have to face our actions, just like karma. Like we have a karma here, and we have a karma in the afterworld. So, like I said, and like they say, treat others the way you want to be treated. And God bless. Bye, everybody.